Dear students, I, Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor, Krishna Institute of Pharmacy, Karad, once again welcome you all to this session on the pharmaceutical analysis. In this video, we are going to cover about the terms that are related to the accuracy and precision. These are the two very important terms generally used in the pharmaceutical or any type of analysis to evaluate the results that are obtained after completing the analysis, or if we want to carry out the comparison between the two different analysts where we have to carry out the we have to decide which type of analysis is having the good observation. In previous videos we have covered with the different minimization errors that are different ways by which we can carry out the minimization of the errors. So if you have not watched my previous videos related to the pharmaceutical analysis, you can watch my previous videos also. And if you like the content of this my YouTube channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel, like my videos and share with your friends. So let's begin with our today's session where we are going to discuss about the terms accuracy and precision. Also we will discuss what is the difference between the accuracy and precision also. So before starting with our today's session, we will see what are the learning outcomes. Means after watching this video, what you should able to understand, what you should able to answer. So after this session, students will be able to explain the methods that are used for the minimization of the determinate errors, as well as what are the different terms that are related to the accuracy and the precision. First, we will discuss about the accuracy. Now, before that, what is the meaning of absolute error? Now, in previous video, we have discussed which are the different ways by which we can carry out the minimization of the errors. Why it is necessary? Because suppose you have performed the analysis of the one tablet, and if we perform the same analysis in a different situation or different day with the help of the same method, then whatever the results that are obtained, these results must be same. But actually in practical case this does not happen, because there is a slight variation is observed when you carry out the determination of that particular results again. So that's why also we have seen in the minimization of the errors we are going to carry out the parallel determination. Parallel determination means what? In a same type of a procedure we have to carry out the repetition of our titration procedure or any type of analysis procedure, so that we have to obtain or we have to perform that analysis in duplicate or triplicate, so that whatever the errors are there, they will be minimized by taking the average of that particular three different analysis or the results that we have obtained after the analysis. So in this way we can carry out the minimization of the errors. So in that case also we have observed that certain type of variation in the result is obtained. So that is meaning, what is the meaning of that? Certain amount of error is incorporated into that particular analysis. So what is the meaning of error? Absolute error is defined as the difference. See here, what is the meaning of absolute error? It's a difference between observed and measured value and the true or the most probable value. Observed or measured means what? The value that we have got after performing the analysis, which is also known as the practical value, and the true or most probable value means absolute error is nothing but the difference between the practical value and the true value. In a simple words, is a measure of accuracy of the quantity measured. For example, just I will explain you. In the titration of NaOH and HCl, say for example 1 molar NaOH and 1 molar HCl. If I taken the 10 ml of NaOH, then theoretically I must require 10 ml of HCl from burette to complete that particular reaction. But actually when I perform that analysis, I will not get a 10 ml result as it is. There might be slight variation. Sometimes I will get 9.8, sometimes maybe I will get 10.1. So this is the difference. Theoretically I want 10 ml as a reading, but practically either I am getting 10.1 or 9.9. So this is the difference. That is the, if I here in this case the true value or most probable value is 10 and the observed or measured value is 10.1. So difference 10.1 minus 10, it gives a difference that is nothing but the absolute error. And by measuring the absolute error, we can measure, this is the measure of accuracy of the quantity that is to be measured. Means how much accurate results are there. Suppose I get 8.8. These results are not accurate. Means we have to reach the as much as possible towards the true value. And when we can achieve this, then that is known as the accuracy of that particular analysis. So accuracy is defined as degree of agreement between the measured value and the most probable value or the true value. So this is the definition for the accuracy. Accuracy is defined as degree of agreement, means closeness. How much close your results are to the most probable value or the true value, or that is also known as the theoretical value. If these values, that is the measured value, is closer as much as possible towards the true value, then that type of result or that type of the observation is considered as a accuracy. So accuracy is defined as degree of agreement between the measured value and the most probable value or the true value. Practically, since no measurement is completely accurate, so true value is never known except within certain limits. So this is the another important thing, because practically we cannot get the completely accurate results. That is the theoretical value we can't get. So true value is never known and except within certain limits. So this is the another thing. In that case, therefore, accuracy of result is never known except within those limits. So it is only, means we don't know exact accurate value, but we know that particular value in a limits. Say for example 9.5 to 10.5. So this will be the limit for the accuracy. This is for example. It will depends upon the type of analysis that we are going to perform. Just whatever the example that I have given you regarding the titration of 1 molar HCl and 1 molar NaOH. In that case, we can say the accurate limit must be between 9.5 to the 10.5. Whatever the value that we will get between this value may be said as a accuracy or accurate values. But 9.9 is more accurate as compared to the 9.5 because these results are more closer towards our true value. Okay, then thus accurate results are assumed to be those measured values which have been obtained by using instruments of best quality. Then we will see the precision. Precision may be defined as the concordance, that is the unity of the series of a measurement of the same quality. Means suppose we are going to perform the analysis, say for example same example, and if we get the 3 different results, as I said in parallel determination we are going to measure 3 different results, and if these results are more closer towards each other, then that is known as the precision. So precision may be defined as the concordance of a series of measurement of the same quality. Concordance means what? The unity or the closeness. Now just I will tell you. You may have played this particular game. Now suppose we have to strike with the help of the arrow on this particular center. Okay, so that is nothing but our target. Here in analysis our target is nothing but our true value. Okay, we have to achieve the true value. Now suppose we will get this type of the results, means in a 4 different attempt, whatever the strike of that arrow is there, that is the outside. Here also you can see, here these strikes are more closer towards each other. But here in this diagram you can see whatever these strikes are there, they are away from each other. So these results are known as the not precise, not accurate. Precise means what? Now if we compare the precision between these two diagrams, these results are precise. Means whatever the four results are there, they are more closer towards each other. But here, if you see, they are very away. So both the results are not precise, as well as both the results are not accurate. When we will say that the results that are obtained are accurate when we achieve our target. And what is the target? We have to strike at the center of this particular V. Here now you can see, if we compare this diagram where these four strikes are away from each other, but here you can see the four strikes are very close towards each other. So these results are known as the precise, because whatever the four results are there, they are in unity, they are closer towards each other. And when such a type of observations are obtained, then that particular method is known as the precise. But this is not accurate. Though they are closer, we have not achieved our target because they are not striking at the central position. But if you see this method in which four the different strikes are there, they are at the center or on the target, as well as they are more closer towards each other. In that case, this method is known as the precise and accurate. So the results that are obtained more towards the target, then that particular method is known as the accurate as well as the precise. So whatever the analysis that we are going to perform, it must be precise and it must be accurate. We will study this with the help of the one example also. Accuracy expresses the correctness of the measurement. So here this is important. Accuracy gives us an idea about the correctness of our measurement, while precision is the reproducibility. It means how much closer we can produce the different results. That is the reproducibility. This is also accuracy gives correctness of the measurement, while precision gives the reproducibility of the measurement. Accuracy without precision is impossible, but precision does not imply accuracy. We have studied that also in that diagram also. Third diagram that we have seen, it was precise but not accurate. So here accuracy without precision we can't get, but we can get a precision without the accuracy. When a student is able to reproduce two or more measurements with slight difference in the results, then his work may be regarded as to be a precise. This we will see example. Now here a substance is known to contain 99.10 plus minus 0.02% of a constituent A. Okay, so this is our true value or theoretical value. Now two different analysts have performed the analysis in the same analytical conditions. Then their results are, for example, first analyst is having results like 99.01, 99.08 and 99.25. Okay, what is the expected value? 99.10 plus minus 0.02%. Now by observing these results, you can understand that the range, that is the from which point we are getting the results, that is the 99.01% to 99.25. So their arithmetic means what? We have to carry out the plus of these three results divided by 3. So it is 99.13, which is very close to the amount A that is present in the substance. An analyst, here you can see, he has obtained these four different results: 99.40, 44, 42 and 42. So by observing these results, you can understand the results that are ranging from 99.40 to 99.44, and the arithmetic mean is 99.42, which is very much different, because in earlier case how much we have got arithmetic mean, that is the 99.13, but here we are getting 99.42, which is more far from the amount of A that is present. So thus from this analysis it is clear that in above example that although the results of analyst 2 are more precise because they are very closer, they are not accurate, while the results obtained by the analyst 1 are not precise but such a great degree of accuracy is present. So how we are going to decide the precision? If the whatever the 3 or 4 different readings that we have taken, if they are more closer, like in this case where we are getting the results 99.40, then 99.42, 4.2 and 99.44. So these results are said to be more precise, but they are not accurate because they are too far away from our whatever the true value is there. So here in this way, with the help of the examples, we can study the difference between the accuracy and precision. So here we have completed our session. So if you have any queries, you can contact me on my mail ID. And if you like the content of this my channel, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.